Premier League, Round 6.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. We are here for week number 6 of the Premier League. We are, as always, in association with GRANDSTAND Bettors. Before we do anything, please give this video a like. It helps us so much. And also subscribe to the channel if you like what we do and hit that notify bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Thomas, we're not going to talk about this for very long because you won last week. Well done. I am still winning overall 3-2, so don't get too excited. And without further ado, there's no more delay. Start us off with what I want to see. And you're going to like this first match.
Southampton versus AFC Bournemouth.
Well, Bournemouth did really well last week. I was quite surprised. They've almost gone back to what you expect from Bournemouth. Very good attacking football, very good result. Beat Everton 3-1. But let's not kid ourselves, because as you know, I am a very big fan of King Ralph.
King Ralph.
And not only did King Ralph team get a win last week, they are proving that they are a dominant force in this Premier League, and Bournemouth are going to go into this South Coast derby and get nothing. 2-1 to the Saints.
Every week I have to respond to you the same way. Firstly, I bite back the bile. Then I swallow the vomit that's stuck in my esophagus. I take a deep breath. And
Why does everyone say that when I talk?
I don't know what it is, Ian. I don't know what it is. I've got Bournemouth to win this. No, I don't. What am I talking about? Yeah, I do. 2-1 Bournemouth.
What are you? Do you even know where you are?
My name's Gary.
Leicester City, Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, this match is titillating. Spurs actually won a match last week despite what all the pundits are saying about them, and Leicester lost a match last week despite what Ian Allen is saying about them. I really like Leicester. I think they're a pretty established Premier League side. Having won the Premier League, that sounds like an insane thing to be saying, both that they're established and that they won the Premier League. Spurs, on the other hand, are the third best team in the country, are playing like the third best team in the country, had a tiny blip in which they were written off for the season. I've got Spurs beating Leicester 2-0.
Well, as we know, Spurs narrowly got past Palace. Leicester will be licking their wounds after somehow, how embarrassingly, losing to Man United. I think both sides will want to save face, and it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Burnley versus Norwich City.
So let's not beat around the bush on this one. Norwich City, what a result last week, beating Manchester City.
Incredible.
Even an under-strength Norwich side that was. Obviously, they got early goals, but the way they got those guys threw their body on the line to protect the lead was really impressive. A fantastic result. Probably not the team you want to come up against now, because Burnley is so solid. They look really strong at home. It's probably going to be a really ugly game. But I think Burnley will win it. I think Burnley will win 1-0.
There's nothing more Premier League than a well-supported, nice, small club going to the biggest club in the country, beating them, and then going out and losing the next 2 or 3 games against average to poor opposition. And I kind of see this happening. This has nothing to do with Farke or Pookie or anyone else at Norwich. They're all doing an incredible job. Yep,
great.
I mean, this is just 1-1 draw. Let me just get it out the way now. That's what I think this is going to be. But it was an anomaly. We'll talk about it more. Congratulations, Norwich. Burnley have been really solid this year. They're definitely not going to lose this game. Norwich are going to have a bit of wind in their sails, but I don't think that's taking it past Burnley. It's going to be 1-1.
Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's not tired, folks. He's saying he's bored. Bored of this match.
Yeah, Palace are terrible at home, and Wolves seem bored by the Premier League. The spirit is dying in Wolverhampton, and I'm genuinely quite worried about that fact because I love the spirit, and the spirit must live and be alive. Luckily, the spirit is visiting Crystal Palace. Oh my god, if there was any team you wanted to go away to, it's probably Palace. They are a shit show at home. You'd think that they were a fortress, but Selhurst Park is in fact a shithole. Wolves are going to visit. They're going to win 1-0. Raul Jimenez is going to score the winner, and Roy Hodgson is going to be chased out of town.
I don't know how fast poor Roy can run.
We give him a mobility scooter, don't worry about it.
But there's something we forgot to do, and I'm really annoyed we forgot to do it. But Tom, the Eagles are coming! Yes, so as much as you did talk badly about Crystal Palace, they did win their last game at home. Wolves have been terrible in the league so far. I expect them to be much better against Chelsea, and they really got blown away. Whatever this Europa League seems to be affecting them, as much as I think that is a weird thing, it does seem to be affecting them. And I think Palace will win. I think they're going to be a 1-0 win for the Eagles.
You literally are smoking crack. Crack.
In Iraq.
Everton for Sheffield United.
As much as I love Chrissy Wilder, here's a video of him falling over in the playoff final when Oxford beat York.
Are we going to do this every single time you do Chris Wilder? Okay.
Yeah. Get used to it. It's another one of my running jokes.
More of a falling joke.
I think that Everton will want to bounce back from their defeat to Bournemouth. I think they've actually, typical Everton fashion, they are very much in that kind of win a game, lose a game mould, which Marco Silva seems to bring. And I think they'll win. I think they'll win 2-0, and they'll say it's like the start of them trying to get in the top 4 or get into a Europe push.
The flaming dumpster fires, the baton is being handed off now from Arsenal to Everton. Jesus Christ.
I object. You've got one dumpster fire already. The Everton surely are not a bigger dumpster fire as what you think Arsenal are. So let's call them a wheelie bin.
The wheelie bin dumpster. The wheelie bin fire known as Everton come up against Sheffield United this week in what some people are calling a boring football match this week. Everton seem incapable of investing money correctly in a squad and winning games. They then exacerbate this situation by signing a manager that has no interest in defending or midfield, is only interested in the attacking third. He's going to have a job in Belgium in a couple of years, and he'll drag them back down to being third when they have the best team in the world. Everton are shit. They are a wheelie bin of flame rolling down the hill, and Sheffield United and Chris Wilder are going to come out and boot him off the road 2-0.
I hope that does happen, because I love old Chrissy Wilder.
Hi guys, it's Tom here. I really hope you're enjoying the video. If you could please subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying it, that'd be great. Hit the notifications button so you can stay up to date on all the football news that we've got. Have a like, have a click. Please also follow our social media. I am very hot on that. Ian does nothing and it's all me. Again, please look at Grandstand Bettors. They are a fantastic tipster website that know a little bit more than we do. Please have a look in the description. We always timestamp everything. And now, without any further ado, let's get back to all the good stuff.
Manchester City versus Watford. Before you give your analysis, let's just say this straight away. Man City officially club in crisis.
Man City, we finally have a reason to talk to you. Liverpool as well. This is a first. This is an exciting first for us this season. Both of you have been so good, there's been nothing to say except, oh, look, they're winning again. City had to have one of those aberration matches, something like 65% possession, 20 shots. They are shaky at the back, admittedly, but this is still a side that just, they seem to have one or two of these a year where they're in complete control and then they just careen off the road and lose. Watford under Quique Sanchez-Flores are Watford. They're going to be the same as always. At some point, they're going to go on like a 10-game winning run, or they're going to get relegated. It's one of the two things, and I'm pretty sure they're close to a 10-game winning run with a new manager, but you can't not go with City in this, can you? City 4-0.
Yeah, you'd think City, again, they desperately will want to win this one after their result against Norwich. I mean, it was such a crazy game, and it really highlighted the defense, how weak they look at the back. Everybody was talking about it all week that, is this going to be a problem? And it was almost like this game just highlighted every single weakness in their defence. They were kind of sloppy at set pieces. They were caught in possession a couple of times. John Stones trying to play offside in like the most stupid areas.
Is the John Stones injury the best thing that could happen to this club?
I think so. I really just like, when is he going to become this mature defender that he's was said that 5 years ago this is going to be like
happen.
This is supposed to be a guy who was like, you know, the new Bobby Moore.
He's the new David Luiz.
He just seems to be like a rookie every time he plays.
Yeah.
And I know he hasn't played a lot this season, but yeah, I think Man City will be better with Fernandinho at the back, playing alongside with Otamendi. And I think they will have enough to beat Watford in this one. I think Watford will probably score. They'll probably get a set piece, and then people will go on about their defence rather than the attacking quality that City have. And City will win 3-1.
Newcastle United versus Brighton and Hove Albion.
As much as I like Graham Potter, Tom, I must say, please, everybody, get on this bandwagon and give Steve Bruce a chance. Surely he's won everybody over by now. Not only is he proving that Newcastle are a force to be reckoned with, but then he is one of the greatest managers in Premier League history. I fully believe he is the second coming of Kevin Keegan. I will love this Newcastle side is going from strength to strength. They nearly pulled off a shock win at Liverpool. Liverpool narrowly beat them, and they're definitely going to beat Brighton this weekend. 2-1 to the Magpies.
Let me state that I never support Newcastle United, but when they went 1-0 up and tied 10 minutes against Liverpool, I was sat there like, oh my God, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait for this.
Pretty good strike.
Unfortunately, then they refused to get over their own third, basically. Every time they left their defensive third, they seemed to lose the ball in comical fashion half the time. It'd be like a midfielder would try and turn, and that way they kind of shrug a player off and move on. And then 3 Liverpool players would just literally go through and take the ball, and another counter-attack would be on. Brighton kind of righted the ship last week. It was a 1-1 draw, I think. But I'm glad...
They were a bit unlucky. Burnley scored right at the end.
I'm kind of glad they're mildly reverting to form, because now I don't feel like a total idiot with my preseason predictions on them.
Me too.
Unfortunately, like, this has draw written all over it to me. This is 0-0.
Madness. Give him a chance, Tom.
No.
Okay, let's see. From one of Tom's favourite managers to one of his favourite sides. Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
Raging dumpster fire, the original, the thing that gets me angriest outside Man United not hiring a director of football. Here we have the Gunners. God, what a shit show. You can't win anything. You are terrible at football. Even when Aubameyang scores twice for you, which he rarely seems to want to do, he's a 1 goal a game man. He's pretty good at that. You still can't win. You're garbage. You're a waste of space. You're a dumpster fire careening out of control. And you know what? Aston Villa have you. They're going to beat you. They're going to drag themselves out of 17th place with this. Arsenal are going to lose 3-0, and it is going to be tough times in North London.
You're so wrong. But before I get into saying why you're wrong, I'm going to say something that you probably might like. One of the greatest things I heard on ESPN FC was when they said, should Arsenal be getting a refund from Chelsea for David Luiz?
But he's so good. He's the answer to all their defensive... Oh, wait. I'm not gonna go into the Arsenal are going to be too strong for Villa in this game. They are going to win. They're going to win 2-0. Also, really quickly, where is Lacazette, and why are we not playing him in football matches? Is this just a thing now? Is it a 20-minute-a-game striker?
I don't get it. I mean, you talked about it before that like people just seem to be very reluctant to play 2 strikers ever.
It's a waste. To the penultimate event, Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Yeah, arguably the game of the round. I mean, it's you've got to say there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. Chelsea look great going forward and look terrible at the back as well. As I said, like I think Lampard's philosophy is going to be very much like just score as many goals as you can. Like against Wolves, don't stop at 2, get 3, get 4, get 5, because we're going to need them, because God knows how many we might concede in a game. Liverpool just, both of these sides didn't win in the Champions League, which is probably more of a shock for Liverpool than anything else, because they've looked pretty much unstoppable so far. Liverpool win for me. I think Liverpool will win 3-1.
Definite goals in this. Chelsea are so much fun to watch. They're English boys, especially Abraham and Mount. It actually feels really good to watch them play. They look really free. Like even with the mistakes at the back, their young attacking talent seems good. Barkley's penalty miss kind of underlines the fact that he really is that guy who's always on the edge of being a great young player and now a real player. He's never quite gotten to that that level we'd all hope
exactly,
for.
Yeah, there's something missing in Barkley, and a bit like Stones, isn't it? And it's just something they're just not at that next level.
Whereas Mount and Abraham seem to be like kind of running with it and just going like, look at what we can do. Liverpool are absolutely insane. The Napoli result is one of those weird aberrations where English clubs were due losing a couple matches in the Champions League, and it wasn't a great performance, but you're coming up against a really good Italian side, and they defend really well, and they knew what they were doing against Liverpool. Unfortunately, Chelsea are a shit show at the back. Arsenal style defending the back, even without David Luiz. You gotta say Liverpool are gonna win this. I've got 4-2, and I don't even mean like a close 4-2. I mean it's 2-0. Chelsea will nick a goal instantly. Salah up the other end, goal. 3-1, 4-1, 4-2 at the end. It'll save Chelsea's blushes, but they are gonna get pummeled by this Liverpool team.
Lampard sacked. This is my bonus point, Tom. Lampard sacked and AVB to come back.
Yes.
But anyway, let's not talk about these games on the undercard anymore, because it's time for the main event.
West Ham United versus the City of Manchester United.
Well, I know what Man United need to do this weekend, but as they're your team, you lead the way.
I mean, I don't think United could ask for a worse fixture here. Christ. I mean, if there's a team that beats us when we're down, when we're up, or when we're steady, it's West Ham United. They love playing Man United. It's painful. United, I wouldn't describe them as lucky last week, but I wouldn't also describe like Leicester as well beaten. It was a 1-0 win that was ground out.
Biting tongue.
I know you feel. Honestly, I think this match has 1-1 draw written all over it. But, as the great Ian Allen told me, never show weakness, not even when Fleetwood come to town. So I've got Man United, that smile. I got Man United to win away from home 2-1.
Absolute crazy. You can tell this is very biased opinions, and this man's a Man United supporter, folks. Manchester United are absolutely terrible. Manchester United was so lucky to beat Leicester. Are they bribing the Premier League to get penalties in every bloody game? It's absolutely ridiculous how many penalties they have been getting. As I say, even a blind monkey finds a nut every once in a while. That's what that Man United win was against Leicester last week. West Ham are going to be up for it, as you said already. They're going to smash Man United. And what Man United should do is send someone out into London during the game, find a new driver, leave Ollie in London, and let somebody else drive that bloody bus home.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you've heard the rantings of two total lunatics. We'd like to thank you for listening to Very Biased Opinions. Please click like and subscribe. If you like these rantings of two total lunatics, please have a look at Grandstand Bettors. They will win you money. We may win you money. And in the meantime, lots of love from myself, Tom, and Ian.
And remember, if you are looking for detailed football analysis, you're probably in the wrong place.